Trafficking of children for sex is an issue that has plagued our society for decades. Jessica Lauren Posey now faces 7 years in prison for trafficking a 16-year-old through Tennessee, Kentucky and Ohio. Those in the sex industry in Chattanooga are not surprised that children this young are being exploited.
They're 11 and 17-year-olds doing this, and they was like, yeah, human trafficking, like, duh.
Raven has been working as an escort for over 5 years and says there is a huge demand for young girls.
Fetishes with young girls, and that's what they want. They pay more. They'll pay $1,000 for somebody that's underage. As long as you're under the age of 17, they'll pay big money for you.
Raven believes she can see why someone trafficked the 16-year-old victim, from city to city and state to state.
You know, when somebody's selling you and they're taking care of you, once again, if you're going to move around, you got to move wherever they move. If you don't move when they move, then you're just going to be stuck there. They don't care to leave you there.
A crowded courtroom had to wait until after lunch today before Judge Amy Reedy handed Tasha Bates over 100 years of prison time. Tears were shed by her mother and grandmother as a poker-faced Tasha Bates was led away.
And I do sentence her to consecutive life sentences, all other offences to run concurrently or at the same time.
Judge Amy Reedy dismissed the plea of one life sentence as she said 2 children had died.
Horrible goings on, and the jury found that she was a facilitator, so around horrible activity.
Public defender Richard Hughes tried to focus the judge's attention on the fact that 27-year-old Bates would be in her 70s, if not dead, before she could be released. It's been illegal for decades. Colorado and Washington have changed their views, and now the Hamilton grand jury is changing its mind. In a report, the grand jury says state lawmakers should consider legalizing small amounts of marijuana. But the real question is, what do Tennesseans and Chattanoogaans think of smoking a bowl?
As an adult, yes, but as a parent, no.
I have a lot of back pain, and it helps me with my back.
Yes, I think marijuana should be legal in Chattanooga.
Writer and journalist Monty Bell questions if it's okay for booze, why not pot?
With all of the backing that it's received for the alcohol licensing, and you know how many people that kills each year, but yet they've legalized it. Why not marijuana?
His view is echoed by East Tennessee spokesman for NORML, James Vargo.
I want to see it. Some people are just absolutely dead against it no matter what, even if it will help a cancer patient.
But not everyone agrees.
Like I said, no drug should be legal. Any mind-altering drug should not be legal.
Chattanooga police placed Woodward Elementary on lockdown yesterday after a gun was found in a 7-year-old student's backpack. Pandemonium, folks. Absolute crazy here. The route has been talked about by both the crowd and... A Whitfield County man will spend the rest of his life behind bars for murder. Judge Cindy Morris sentenced 23-year-old Jonathan Durden to life without parole. Durden stood trial in the stabbing death of 29-year-old Ricky Grice in Rocky Face. One of the first companies to locate at Chattanooga's Centre South Riverport is closing part of its operations and laying off 30 people. Chemical plant NA Industries off Amnacola Highway is moving some production to Houston, Texas. The real question is, how much of an issue is this, and what's been done to tackle it? Mahindra tractor, and for as little as $10,000, these can be purchased right here in Chattanooga.
Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, yo. This is 10% luck, 20% skill.
It's a little bit bigger than last year. The weather's slightly overcast, but that's not stopping people from enjoying their food. And I'm actually joined by Kim. Kim, what exactly is going on right here? Because it smells amazing. 10 years ago, a digital media editor didn't exist. 5 years ago, a digital media journalist didn't exist. Now you have someone with an iPhone who goes live on the Gaza Strip, and that is all he has. He doesn't have a $7,000 camera. So I've come here to Montlake Classic Clays to figure out why Southerners like guns and why they like to shoot things that fly at them.
Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill.
You're actually shooting the gun, you can feel it. You know, like you're out here, you're actually in it. You're not sitting in a chair looking at a TV screen.
I received solid advice from someone half my age.
To not aim it at other people and be really careful, keep the safety on, and keep your gun unloaded while shooting.
My guide also proved you can invite your mom to sports practice, and she wasn't the only woman packing some firepower. Southern women are not to be messed with. And the baseball hat, does that help keep the sun out of your eyes when the skeet are flying at you?
Yeah.
But shooting is also a school sport in Saudi Daisy.
The Saudi team took the regionals here last year, took first place, went to the state competition. They'll be doing the same this year, but they took the state competition in 2012, and they're probably going to do the same thing this year.
My girlfriend and I shoot quite regularly. Helps her learn to listen, and that's always a good thing.
So if a kid born in the 2000s can hit these flying orange things, so can I. So 1 out of 6 is still a good return. I'm probably talking very loudly right now.
Right.
Because I don't know how loud I'm talking because I can't hear. Why did you make me push my mouth onto the gun?
Well, basically, we want to make sure you soak up the recoil in your shoulder and not in your jaw, your face, okay? So when you actually mount the gun, the recoil pad or actual butt plate's in your shoulder, which is a pocket.
There are other fun things to do at shooting ranges.
I'd say the main colors are red and yellow.
Okay. I think I'll stick to climbing Shell Mountains, as maybe the gun thing ain't for me. Crazy costumes.
And the rest of the devil's rejects rule the roost.
Body slams. Loud noises. Total wrestling mayhem, not in Atlanta or Nashville, but in Rossville. The people gather 3 weekends a month to experience this level of crazy fun from all ages.
We live out in Chickamauga, we're here. She loves Adam Jacobs. He comes in and wrestles all the time. He'll be in November 2nd. And then she's a little cheerleader. So you'll hear them, they'll both cheer on tonight and everything like that.
I like the hardcore matches in wrestling because they get you pumped up and they get you all excited.
I don't know what's going on behind me. A lot of noise, a lot of confusion. People are very happy, they're enjoying themselves. These folks are hurting each other unnecessarily. The plots and characters are all larger than life, and as sports go, it seems as far removed from ancient wrestling as you can get.
Baby, Team Temptation is in. Get some push-ups, we're in. Baby. There you go. Come on, 1, 2, 3.
I decided to get into the ring to figure out why Southerners truly love the sport.
Get a whiff of that!
That's horrible! It's horrible! It's just worse than an Irish Spring. That's sick! What? It's horrible!
Okay. That's my frigate! You think you know what that is? I don't think so! I don't care who you are! I don't care who you are! You're lucky! Come on, you're getting hurt!
As close as an independent promotion in the area that replicates something you may see on national cable as there is.
Andrew Alexander added this may seem violent to some onlookers, but it is a family event.
It's you're safe bringing your kids here. If I had children, which I don't, I would bring them here. I would allow them to come. I think anybody should bring their kids here. At
the end of the day, it's all about entertainment, and the fans feel they truly got their money's worth.
They work hard for the crowd and they pump up the crowd.
I really don't think this is ever going to be a career option for me. In Rossville, Georgia, James Mahon, WDEF News 12.
WDEF News 12's James Mahon is there. He joins us via the Live I-12 network with more. James.
Protests in over 100 cities and right here in Chattanooga, McDonald's and Brainerd Road here. Over a dozen campaigners are expected in a van in a matter of minutes, so that they may even enter the building, and they're protesting about low wages and minimum wages for fast food workers. Members of Occupy Chattanooga, as well as a number of other folks, will be here later this afternoon. Father Brian Merritt, as you can see, is coming towards us, a campaigner involved with the St. Elmo foreclosures. He says that he's been working very, very hard in the planning process to make this protest a reality. There will also be a similar protest farther down the road here in Brainerd. We'll be keeping up to date on this story as it develops throughout the day, and we'll be here until 2 p.m. Reporting live in Chattanooga, James Mahon, WDEF News 12.
Talking about this and sort of teasing you all morning long, it's our own James Mahon reporting from way, way far away. James Irish Mahon, good morning, sir.
Seaside village right on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. I'm joined by a fantastic traditional Irish musician, that's Jacqueline McCarthy. Jacqueline, why is traditional Irish music so important here in the west coast of Ireland?